Goodness me. Right then. This should be an interesting experience. Remembering I have a PS5. Alright then. So I remember playing this on a PS4 has a really bad frame rate. I'm curious if that has been made better. Just by virtue of pumping a PS5 into it.
My life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Of course, this game doesn't have subtitles.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk.
It's weird seeing Daxter's original.
What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jak, I think we're in trouble! Ow!
And then he died.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right. And then
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
look, old man. Are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns. You can't come back through the warp gate until you find all 4 power cells on this island.
I mean, the frame rate doesn't seem that bad. Better than the Vita version. Alright.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest. These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Alright. I've got to get used to inverted camera controls.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grab zoomer.
Alright, so there's our objective. Precursor orbs are currency, power cells are plot MacGuffins, and there's a couple other items to pick up. That's the main two. Precursor orbs get you power cells get you further. Easy.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
I do enjoy a bit of ground pounding. To find all 7 scout flies in an area, you get a power cell.
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
This is like the only
That's Blue Eco.
collectathon Naughty Dog ever
The
made.
energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Oh yeah, power-ups. Right. But this is a bit of a magnetism.
Notice how each blue eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
I also run faster. And you can activate a few things.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
Ah yes, the lightning symbol, which means blue eco is necessary.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
So vents are full energy bars, which is good, but rare. You know, I'm surprised this game doesn't even run that well on PS5.
Good work! The blue eco caused the door to open. With blue eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
You only joined Twitch to watch Jak content?
Those
Well,
little green balls of energy on the ground.
I'm learning the
are a type
PS5
of
doesn't
eco.
particularly agree with this game.
Pick up 50 small green ecos, or one big green one to increase your health. You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher legends.
I'm interested in this.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. I love the Jak series as well. This is like a big part of my childhood. The first game stands out a lot. I'm nearly 26.
Boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to stay in chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
So some villages will give you little side quests you can do, just hints as to what you can do in each area. I've played this game most of my life, so I know what I'm doing. So every area has kind of a hub, and then the hub branches off into different levels. And there's also a level that will take you to the next hub, and then so on and so forth. So why don't we clear out the village first?
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute! We are not going back to Misty Island! Are we?
Let's speak to yon villagers.
Well, hello there, my dear boy.
Also bet that guy smokes the green sage's herb.
I wish to set off on my journey.
I always thought Samos was given into
I
something.
seem to be a spot short on the old Precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 Precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Oh yeah, and get used to having to give 90 Precursor orbs. There's a scout fly in the fisherman's hut. Let's go see the mayor. Well, first, let's
No, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing. If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 Precursor orbs.
always Precursor orbs, always 90. Do some long jumps. Crazy bird lady, we don't need to speak to her.
What a weird looking thing! I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
There we go. Precursor orb door. Oh, here's the farmer. Right, so he's going to want us to herd all his yak cows, which are yak, cow, moose hybrids. Because apparently they keep escaping their pen. That's just open. Right, that's the way into Fire Canyon. We don't need to do that yet. Get in the thing. Oh no, it's Tash. Well, indeed. Not rude. I'm not hitting them too much. Right, I need you to... Thank you. Where did that one go? Where do you think you're going? It's not animal abuse. You can't prove to me they're animals.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Why do I need to take criticism from you when I work with your fiancé?
We scrounged enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already. Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
Your fiancé will ruin my department? Okay. It's January sale, I don't really care. Oh, there's all the orbs in this area.
This must...
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Oh yeah, the big guys require 120 orbs. Yeah, you can't make it worse than it already is. It's sale, okay? You just can't.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Let's give our dear old uncle some orbs.
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, jolly good. Hey, you have the precursor orbs that we agreed on? I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Six out of 101.
All right! You found all the scout flies in this area.
Alright, Sentinel Beach. Alright, we've got a... Let's have this cannon do the work for us. There we go.
Hey!
Oh.
That pelican just snagged a power cell!
Thanks, Pelican.
Let's go kick some big bird butt!
Do I do this the lazy way? Yeah, I think I'm going to do this the lazy way. So what you're meant to do is climb up to the pelican's nest, hit it, and then race it to where it spat out the power cell. Now that's a great idea in theory. But if you think outside the box a little bit, there is a bit of a way to cheese it. I'll get the orbs behind the waterfall. I completely forgot you can dive. There is absolutely no purpose to this, and I think this is the only time in the game I have to do it. I think it's the only time you have to do it.
Punch those poles out from below.
Oh yeah, the ground pound punch. This is a thing the game doesn't tell you about. Crouch and punch. Why is that a thing? I don't know. I also forgot I meant to do the jungle first, but eh. We can take some time. You've got to be chill. No pressure. No speed running involved. It's a game I've completed many times. It shall be a nice, relaxing experience. And nothing shall go wrong.
Hey, seagulls! Let's buzz it for kicks.
Let's annoy some seagulls, shall we? I don't know how this happened. Those are some big seagulls, you know.
They caused an avalanche. Let's check it out.
How? The birds. You know, I did forget this game spends a lot of time not making sense. Right, and with these pillars raised. Alright. Let's go unlock the eco harvesters. Green eco vents, a thing this game doesn't do a lot with. I think there's these ones and one other in the entire game.
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors. I will...
Yes, yes, same host, be quiet. Stop being a grumpy old man.
Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
So cracking that egg, if you can believe it,
We
unlocks
might want to talk to the bird watcher and see if we scrambled that flood egg.
it is a unlocks missions later in the game. If you can believe that. Can I make this? Nope. Yeah, so it's been a while since I last played this, and I've already screwed up by not going to the right level first.
Oh my! I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Oh no! No!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
That's going to unlock 2 missions later in the game. Just 2. Right, I believe we're just about done here. We will have to come back. I'm fairly sure we could activate what we need to activate if we were like super precise about it, but let's just head into the jungle. Which, to be fair, this is probably intended to be the second level you do anyway. I think this one has 200 orbs. Actually, I can check. 150. It's also got tentacles. I don't want to talk to Kevin Conroy. Don't touch the Dark Eco boxes because they're just explosive. Okay. The jungle should be relatively quick. There we go. Little mini challenges. That are clearly not worth a power cell, but you know, you gotta get something from it. Oh, I can't wait to get to Jak 2 later in the year and just find out that the mood whiplash is as strong as I remember.
Talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch.
No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island.
You want to try the challenge? There are two types of good fish to catch. 1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
So we need to catch 20 pounds, 200 pounds of good fish. We can only miss 19, and we can't catch a poison eel. Now the hard part is being colorblind. The green 1 pound fish and the poison eels look very similar. So I've got to go super concentration mode.
Here comes a big one.
Okay.
Here comes a big one. Hold steady. Missed. You did it!
Ugh.
You caught 200 pounds of fish. Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
Okay, that was a challenge that could have gone way better than it did. Right. Trying to think back.
Machine and break the mirror diverting the precursor beam.
I'm trying to think like when did I first play this game? It came out in 2001? That would have been 5 or 6.
Those tower doohickeys scattered all over the jungle must redirect the eco beam. Let's go fiddle with them. Line up the beam by pointing it at the next tower. Hey, we can follow the beam to find the next tower.
Just reconnecting beams. Yes, I think this is one of the first games I played on my PS2.
Let's go to the next tower and reconnect the beam there.
Along with the original Ratchet and Clank. Because, you know, I grew up on Spyro and Crash, so the next logical step. Like many people, to be fair. I feel like I ended up liking Ratchet and Clank better. As did, I think, many people, judging by the fact the franchise is still going. I will do that last. Try and get my health back. You know, remembering that this game is now 20 years old just kind of... drives home how long ago the PS2 was. Oh god, Ratchet and Clank turns 20 next year. Oh. Oh, I feel old. There is, however, this. Open the temple door.
Top of that tower.
Yeah, we'll get to the top of the tower in a minute. Blue Eco platforms, always one of my favourites. Even though all they do is move you places. I like how some sound effects in this game are just obnoxiously loud for no reason. Almost like pre-rendered sound effects. And there we go. Ooh, inside the temple.
Yeah, so we got a Precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff, so it ain't gonna help us!
God, the FPS did not like transitioning into this area. Now here's something they only do twice in the game.
Wow, did you see that? Blue eco-vents have been activated all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco-vents as well.
The frame rate does not like this. Oh yeah, this thing. The Dark Eco Plant. Kill this little insect. And then smack it in the face. And it's dead. And now to do something everybody misses. There we go. And there we go. All the orbs, and just one last thing to do.
We should go tell that windbag of a mayor that he owes us big time for connecting the village energy beam.
Alright, let's go see the mayor.
Good. You've collected enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. Meet me by the entrance to the fire canyon by climbing the cliff behind the farmer's house. Bring the power cells, and hurry! My father says he's seen more lurkers around.
Hey! Let's go check out old Fish Brett's speedboat at the dock.
Yeah, so much we can do now that the level's done. But I think first and foremost...
Oh, what a wonderful sight! I thank you. The entire village will thank me. Boys, you have restored power to the village and guaranteed my re-election. And for that, my boy, you've earned a power cell. So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope. You! Yes. Oh, it is a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
So there's things that can power machinery, and yet they're less valuable to people than money.
Hurry up with those power cells. I'm waiting at the head of Fire Canyon, at the top of the cliff behind the farmer's house.
I think the game wants me to progress. The game's practically shouting at me to do that. My favourite thing to do is land on him. And then kill his friend. Where'd that power cell go? There it is. And you've stopped the cannon. However, we can actually use the cannon.
Get some! Get some! All right! More orbs!
There we go. And my favourite thing to do is kill the pelican. So yeah, you don't have to hit the pelican and then race it. You can just kill it. Okay, that's all the orbs. Alright, Sentinel Beach is now done. No more bombs raining on the beach. $220 orbs, okay. Right. To Misty Island we go.
Place gives me the creeps. And trust me, it's a whole new experience when you're covered in fuzz.
Ah, the armored lurkers. Smack them once, smack them twice.
Hey, I see the sculptor's muse.
Yeah, the dude's muse. We probably go get that thing. I can see through those rocks. Okay, so the muse runs on a set path. Now just a case of actually catching the damn thing. Got it. Okay, now we're back here.
Don't fall into the mist below us, because I don't think we'll make it back.
Grab that real quick. Hey, I actually died. That's unusual for me. Get rid of you before you annoy me.
Red Eco makes your attack stronger.
So Red Eco makes your attack stronger.
Red Eco.
And also lets your ground pound do this. The best part is that. Red Eco, I feel, is the most situational one. Because it is just... okay, you hit harder. Probably don't want to go for a swim down there.
Watch your back! We remember what happened the last time we were here. It's an ambush, Jak! It's an ambush!
Oh yeah, this bit. Okay. A rare instance of enemies dropping eco. And there we go.
This place gives me the willies. Let's keep you out of the use, okay?
And for that, we get a power cell. Because apparently you just hear the entire time. Apparently Jak couldn't just grab it on his way out. But my dog doesn't lift his head up every time I say that. Given his namesake. I always like to do a spin and then a punch for the armored guys. Because the punch axe is more of a lunge. 3 orbs there that are easily missed. Right then. I've got a fairly tricky challenge here. There we go. More money. Ooh, a boat. Okay, I feel like we should do this bit first. Or should we do it second? Oh, let's do it second because we've got to come through here anyway. Oh. Yep, I saw that coming. fall off there, you're basically dead. Just a power cell at the top of the boat. Remember, follow the orbs and follow the power cells. Alright, 3D Donkey Kong time. Alright, sadly I can't land on top of this guy, so... Gotta fight him the legit way.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. You two didn't screw up. Now that the lurkers can't open that silo, they can't flood the world with dark eco and cause untold destruction. Wipe that ridiculous grin off your face, Daxter. The two of you have plenty to do. Get on with it.
Alright, using that cannon. The camera got stuck. Oh, goodness me. Alright, let's get our first Zoomer experience. That's a phrase.
Let's plow into those balloon lurkers and shred them!
Camera. Camera. There we go. What was going on there? So this is fairly simple. X to accelerate. I don't think there's a brake button. Oh, we don't hit the bombs. An important thing, you can bunny hop using the shoulder buttons. That is important. What's that camera stuff there for? I don't know. But here's what's weird about this. So, on the PS3, and the Vita if you can call it this, there was a HD remaster, so it was like up-res textures and everything. On the PS4, what we're playing right now is an emulation of the PS2 game. So this is the PS2 game as it would look, just upscaled to 1080p and running on the PS4. And I am playing what I can assume is the PS4 Pro version running on my PS5. And these remasters were not the best on the PS4. In fact, I would say I am surprised the PS4 had issues emulating a PS2 game at 1080p. like FPS issues and everything, which are mostly like Jak X was bad because there was a constant, like the camera would. It's an FPS thing, but it's to do with the camera, so it kind of gets stuck behind, then jumps forward like a couple of frames, and it's like really weird. On PS5, that just doesn't happen. But on the PS4 and PS4 Pro, yeah, it did. And the performance was just not good. Like, Jak 2 had a constant low frame rate, it was weird. PS5 seems to, just by brute force of an emulation of a PS2 game, be doing better. Oh, still a balloon, okay. It is utterly bemusing to me that the PS4 was struggling and the PS5 is still kinda struggling. Maybe we'll get it right on the PS6. Yeah, maybe these will be perfect backwards compatible emulations on the PlayStation 6.
Good! You stopped all the mind-dropping lurkers. They've been threatening the waters around our village for weeks. Bring your zoomer back to the chance pad and I'll teleport it back.
Right, we just got a couple more power cells to get. I mean, let's make no mistake, Jak and Daxter is a very ambitious PS2 game. An open world with no noticeable loading screens. Like, this is a loading screen. But like, even when you like fast travel from one hub to the next, the loading's pretty quick. It runs well, it looks good. You know, as far as PS2 games go, the Jak and Daxter games and the Ratchet and Clank games were like technical marvels. Because this is technically one big interconnected world. What is this thing?
You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
Forgot about Sly. Alright, Sly is a technical marvel on a different level in that all the AI stuff in that game worked. And it ended up looking like a comic book. That was like... I mean, Sly is often like the forgotten one of the three, to be fair. So, I remember playing Jak 1, 2, 3, and X on the PS2. I played all the Ratchet games on the PS2. The only Sly game until the HD trilogy I played was Sly 2. Which, given my platforming roots, is like an affront to nature.
For your gift, another power cell is yours.
See, I'm weird. I prefer Ratchet over Jak and Sly, but, like, God, all three of them are so good.
You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
And yeah, Spyro is obviously, like, pretty much my favorite franchise ever. Crash is good. It's the first one's kinda eh. And the third one's a bit bloated. Crash 2's good. What annoys me is Crash and Spyro are owned by Activision, and that's like
Now be careful.
great.
The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over.
Over? Like burning molten metal over?
The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly. Oh, and when you get across, don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll
I
be
would
able to
not be
teleport
surprised
over
if there's a
and
Crash
meet you.
Bandicoot thing in
Good
COD
luck.
at some point. Okay, so Fire Canyon. Flying over the lava rocks is less dangerous than flying over pure open lava.
There's scoutflies out here, too! See if we can catch air off those workers!
Okay, this isn't... Alright, time to speed up. So the good news about Blue Eco on a zoomer, it will last for as long as you can maintain it.
Use the hop turn to steer harder!
And there we go. Fire Canyon done in one go. Not as clean as I usually do it, but...
We made it!
Okay, second hub area. Rock Village. And now we can fast travel.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! It looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders! Oh, and it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers. Then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
Okay. So we can talk to Samos and Kira to get objectives on a couple of levels. Ooh, two of those.
Until we find out why the Blue Sage disappeared,
Beware of the dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell.
What the hell is dark light? Okay, we do need to talk to this geologist, because this
You
activates the
two
mission.
look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big quest here. We asked you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the Precursor basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
Yeah, the Oracle said, beware the dark light.
Is very old.
And I'm like, what the fuck is dark light? Mr. Oracle Man, I'm afraid I think you may have drank too much.
Oh, my aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yak house steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again. So, our sage, a master of blue eco, and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder.
Yeah, they never planned Jak 2's story in advance.
But alas,
and we all know what happened with Jak 3 and the fact a different writer came along, and then that game's a mess. But I'm fairly sure it's referring to Jak.
At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure. And seal my doom? All right. Fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and
The development of this series is something I'd like to know about. Like, something clearly happened between 1 and 2, and then something else happened between 2 and 3.
Wonderful. You brought me the precursor orbs. All right. I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved with that creature again.
Oh, no, not another hero. I lost my shorts on this so-called hero's big fight against the monster up there. And trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So's, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time racing Dead Man's Gorge in the Precursor Basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell. Oh, yeah! These orbs will help me win my way back out of this barrel. Here's the power cell, I promise.
Literally anybody could have come along and bought that for you, bud. This game's economy's weird. I need to come over here for these orbs. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid, the Kingdom Hearts games, especially 3. Like, I need to know what happened there. the God of War games as well, because the difference between 1 and 2 and 3 are just... what the hell? And then Jak, because... this series is just... what happened? Like, I can get going from this to the sequel by wanting to age it up, but that's like one hell of a leap. And then 3 is just... I don't know what happened with 3. From a story perspective, like, that game just... oof. Disregards everything.
You can shoot fireballs when you're powered up with Yellow Eco.
Ah, Yellow Eco, the one the game likes using the most. Semi-homing fireballs. I say semi-homing because they're not the most accurate. Okay, so Foggy Swamp is a very platform-heavy level. But it is very linear. It's one giant loop, basically. But also the poison water... I always kind of took it as being like kind of electrified, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm very interested in learning when the hell they decided to change Jak Free's story. If it was early on, or if it was like partway through, or what. And then there's like The Lost Frontier that was apparently being made at Naughty Dog, and then got moved to High Impact Games when Naughty Dog got too busy with Uncharted, and then there's Jak 4 that they said they were gonna make. Like...
Did you see that? Only 3 more tethers to go.
It's so weird. Yeah, like, who the fuck is Vega? Why is he in charge? Why does Ashlyn say that the council is too powerful and then later in the game dissolves the council? Like... Did no one proofread this? I know Sony's got this whole thing, it's been reported on numerous times, that they just only want like big blockbusters now, so Jak and Daxter really doesn't have a place, because you can't really do a cinematic styled Jak and Daxter the way Sony likes their games. So I'm like, okay, cool. but it's like clearly someone would have just tried, right? I mean, maybe that's what Jak 3 was meant to be. And then literally nobody like that. Gol and Maya should have been the third game's final boss.
Only 2 more tethers. Break the tongue's grip!
I don't know if the game would have, like, you would have to pretty much scrap the entire fucking game, but to make that happen. But like the parallels between Errol's plan in 3 and the first game's plan, it's like clearly we're doing like the Star Wars thing where the first game has themes and ideas that the second game then ignores and does its own thing mostly, but sets up like a whole load of stuff, and then the third thing goes back to the first game's like themes and such, and then ties it all up with both. I don't know, it feels like Gol and Maya should have, like, I would have said maybe a 4th game. To be fair, I'm fairly sure that's where Lost Frontier was gonna go. Because like Lost Frontier picked up on the whole experiments with Dark Eco thing that was only in Jak 2, and it's like, okay, but how do you know about this? And the whole cliffhanger of, oh, there's an eco pipeline that goes out over the edge of the world. Ooh, what's out there? I was kind of like, right, okay, at what point do we bring back the 2 we kind of slammed into a Dark Eco silo? You know? Especially by making Kira a Dark Eco Sage as well in that game. Like, you make her a Dark Eco Sage, something that was only mentioned in the first game's ending. You have an eco shortage, the core of all eco, and a pipeline that goes off across the edge of the world. And I'm like, you're clearly setting this up. And then that 5th game never happened, so... RIP. Alright. I mean, that's just what I think.
That dirigible's barely hanging on. Let's find the...
I mean, there's nothing to say that, like, the eco shortage in Lost Frontier couldn't have been caused by them breaking out of the silo in the future, you know?
Hey,
because Lost Frontier did kind of make... It's the thing, it's hard to say if it's canon because nothing ever followed on from it. So I mean, the other problem with canon in this series is like Jak 3 happened. So I don't know, because like the whole thing about the ending of the game where Jak is Mar, but Mar was a guy in the past, and he was named after himself. And also left, but didn't. God, Jak 3 is just such a bad ending to the trilogy.
I need to make some summer cooling. Howdy, friends. Enjoying my beautiful swamp? I own these here parts. Everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is.
Judging by the smell, I'd wager your bathtub sank in the mud long ago.
What's a bathtub? Anyway, I got bigger problems now. Seems some nasty lurker varmints are grousing about, snatching everything they can get their grubby little paws on, and scaring away my pet hip hog, Farley. He's been missing for nigh on to a coon's age. I've been putting out his favorite snack. Those ornery swamp rats keep stealing them. If you could keep those pesky critters away long enough, I just know Farley will smell them vitals and come back. Will you help me out? Good. Those rats will be back any time. Shoot all them rats. Keep them from eating at least one of them snacks.
Yeah, again, like Kira got sidelined in Jak 3. Ashlyn became the love interest. Jak made Haven City, but he's also named after the guy who made Haven City. But he also went back in time, but he didn't. Again, right. The writer of that game went on to do the Uncharted series and then left Naughty Dog and went off to think BioWare and was gonna do a Star Wars game, but then left there. It's just... yeah. You can't change a writer, like at that point in a trilogy, that very heavily focuses on story. Like, it just does not end well. Yeah, that line in the ending. That line in the ending, I'm like, right, What do you mean by that? Do you want to elaborate? Does that mean what it literally means? Are you an idiot? Is it implied? Like... I thought I get so fast in the third bit.
Get him!
Get some! Get some!
Hey! Get him! More! Get him! More! Get him! Nice job!
I think Jak 3 as a game is perfectly fine, it's just... As a... Again, as a conclusion to a story-focused series, well, as of 2,
Well, fry my hide! You sure know how to shoot! Thanks a heap for the help.
okay, that was annoying. Murdered my wrist.
Trust me, those dark eco boxes are bad news!
Careful, that's Scoutfly. Yeah, Jak 3's story was like really bad, but I also kind of think that's a byproduct of the series doing what it did with number 2, which is changing everything. Like, I feel like Jak 3's mistakes are quite well documented. What happened to make Jak 2 what it was, I think, is a real interesting prospect. Like, okay, why did we have to do this complete setting and tonal shift? Like,
Good work, Jak. Your uncle would be proud. That was a giant arm from a precursor robot. I've never seen one in such good condition. I can't imagine what the lurkers wanted with it, but we sure didn't want them to get it. If you keep them...
I mean, this game went from like collectathon 3D platformer to basically a different world, and then aged it up into GTA. Like, and I mean that was good, but it's also like there had to have been consequences here, right? Because now we're weaving these disparate parts together into what, by the end of Jak 2, was a fairly competent time loop story. I mean, maybe Jak should have stayed as 2 games. You know, maybe let it simmer for a bit before number 3 happened. I know I've already got enough power cells to activate the thing. Yeah, Jak 2, I think, as a follow-up to this, was a good idea. It's just... whew. As a move on, like, that was a very conscious decision. Huge underwater city. So this level's kinda broken up in a very logical way. Lots of narrow passageways with big rooms in the middle. Obviously the water is electrified at points. And there's lots of timer puzzles. My favorite kind of puzzle. Ooh. yeah, these platforms that are in every early 2000s platformer ever. Stand on one and the other rotates around it. Don't judge them, they're hot. Ooh, good time. Right, we may as well do the puzzle in this room. This is such a simple gimmick. Slow as hell, though.
Quick! Follow that pipe!
And for that, we get a scout fly. This one. And a power cell. That's room cleared. What's next? Oh, the rotating platforms. Okay. Over a pool of instant death. Ooh. Twice stress. Hey, I need these guys to break these cages. Such a weird enemy. Alright, get rid of you. It's time for this puzzle. Jump on it again, it turns off. Easy. Wait, is electricity? I remember this is a quite tight time. I always thought this level was hard as hell when I was younger. Bear in mind, again, I was like 6. Yeah, that's 20 years ago now. No, I'm just gonna wait for this. Oh, the slide. Right, okay. Nice. Alright, this is the end of the level. We are deep under the ocean. However, we're not going to do this.
Those things need a blue eco charge.
We're going to keep going. That's always a bit of a tricky one to get. Okay, I will gladly die for this. Sometimes death is a quicker way of getting back to where you need to be. Now the bad news.
I got a bad feeling about this. Jak, run! The dark ego is rising!
Okay, now we just need to run. I mean, Jak's not exactly Sonic the Hedgehog, so... There we go. And a power cell. We should have just one more power cell to get. Yep. And we need to go back down this slide. Kill all the spinny dudes. Just so we don't get beaten up as we try and complete this puzzle. Right. So we need to touch all these orbs. Bear in mind, they do turn themselves off. And there we go. Oh yeah, Precursor Basin is such a good level because there is like no threat whatsoever. Precursor Basin is actually going to be our next level. Not before I bribe some townsfolk and an ancient statue, though. So I think we needed 45 power cells to move on. It's 20, 45, and 72 if I remember correctly. Let's go bribe the Oracle.
Here is another power cell for your quest.
You know, it's nice to know that God himself just requires bribery.
For your sacrifice, I offer you a power cell.
Also, I wonder how much it hurt a guy's throat to do that voice.
Oh, you have the orb. Here's a power cell we agreed upon.
It's like the sound, it's like the voice of the devil from Doom, right? The amount of gravel in that voice. It's like it swallowed a whole bloody slate field. Okay, Precursor Basic. A zoomer only level. It is honestly divided into two halves. Oh, the frame rate. Whoa.
That's one of those flying like.
Alright, we just need to follow the lightning moles around until they decide to go back in their burrow. Oh my god.
Let's go get our power cell from the geologist.
Alright, the frame rate is not playing nice in this level. Oh boy. And again, if anyone's curious, PS5. Good lord. This is just... This is actually kind of bad. Alright.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Aboard the Dark Eco Boxes!
Frame rate doesn't seem to be as bad on the... Oh, there it goes. Oh. Oh. This is a challenge. I expected this to improve. Yeah, this is this is bad.
Good flying! Those lurkers were no match for your zoom.
It starts off alright and then you jump in and the frame rate just like nah. These little transitional tunnels really seem to tank it. Problem is these plants pop up. So fast. Wait, wall popped up? Okay, that's the dark plant dealt with.
Impressing me. But then maybe it's just because I've got low expectations. Okay, your moment of gloating is over. Get on with it.
Oh my good god. What is going on with the frame rate? It's like the game's actually momentarily stuttered. Like it's pausing. God. Lie down, Jak. Let's do the time trial, this should be interesting. Oh my god. That was bad.
One ring down, a bunch to go.
Oh, I cannot even begin to imagine how this is gonna suck. I don't feel good playing this. Like this is asking a wee bit much.
Hurry! There's the next ring!
I do not remember the frame rate being this bad on the original. All I'm doing is driving around an open space.
Quick! You've got to fly through each ring before they turn off.
Try this again. You know what? If that rumor about PS5 getting like PS1 and PS2 games via backwards compatibility, I hope to Christ it's better than this. Right. Let's leave before I throw up.
Thank you for saving those moles. That's awfully good of you. Here's a power cell to help you out. Now I can get back to my research.
Deep breaths required. Holy shit.
Oh, great moves, kid. I knew that time record would fall. Now here's your power cell, and I can go collect my big payoff.
Marvelous, right. So I'm going to say we're going to stop there. We're about... Well, we're over halfway through the game, to be fair. So we are probably going to finish this on Wednesday, which means I need to reconsider what's going on Thursday. So tomorrow is Pokemon, I believe. And then we shall finish Jak and Daxter on Wednesday. And then I guess we hit the follow goal, so I guess we have to do Mighty number 9. Oh god. Right, so thank you all for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for more Pokédex.